Hello children, welcome to Young Minds versus Madhvi's Physics. Right, we are in day 11 of Maths Marathon for class 10 students. We are going with pair of linear equations in two variables. Okay, and please subscribe, like and share with your friends. This Maths Marathon is meant to cover all the most important and most expected questions for the year 2021, like for all board children, right? Especially much focusing on Telangana State Board. Okay. And here we go with pair of linear equations. See, when two variables are given in one situation, and we need to solve those two variables. That means we have to find out the variables. Then it is very obvious that we need to have two equations, right? So in any situation, if the situation is explained in such a manner that we need the help of two variables, and if we want to find those two variables, then we should have two equations in hand, right? If you have two equations in hand, right, now we have to solve for the solutions, right? To solve for the variables, both the variables defining the equations, right? So now this how to solve the equations. There are three methods in your syllabus. One is a graphical method, the other one is a substitution method, and the third one is the elimination method, right? Substitution and elimination we will now leave aside. And now let's get into details of graphical method, right? So suppose if you are plotting graph for each equation, that we have seen already how to plot the graph in polynomials, right? Taking different values of x and y and then plotting the points x comma y in the coordinate system, that is in xy plane, and joining all the points representing a particular equation, that gives you a graph, right? But here the difference is that you will have two equations, right? Usually the general equations, here these are linear equations. We are talking about linear equations. That means the degree of the polynomial is 1. Right? So therefore now a1x plus b1y plus c1 is equal to 0 is one equation. a2x plus b2y plus c2 is equal to 0 is another equation. So what are the variables here? X and y are the variables. X and y are the variables. And now the coefficients are a1, b1 in first equation, a2, b2 in second equation, and the constants are c1 and c2. And the constants are C1 and C2. Now when you plot the graph, so for different values of x and y, right, and we will get a graph, right? So based on these, when you plot the graph, that means when you take the equation either x is equal to or y is equal to in terms of the other variable, taking a value of x is equal to 1, how much you will get to y, like that you will find. Okay, so let me write it here. Suppose if I have ax plus by plus c is equal to 0 is my equation. So let me find y from here. So that is by is equal to, right, by is equal to like minus c minus ax, or y is equal to minus c minus ax by b. Minus c minus ax by b. So this is one kind of finding b. So it is only a general example that I have given. So that means for taking a value of x for like a particular value for x, you can find y as you have done in polynomials, right? The same is here. So like that you will find x comma y, respective x and y values, and then you will plot the graph. So now there are three types of graphs that will be formed based on the equations. Right? If you get the graph in this manner, that means the points of both the line equations or both the linear equations are along the same straight line. Right? So that means if when you join the points, they both form the same lines. That means we say them to be coincident lines or dependent lines, And what are the names? Coincident or dependent lines. And number of solutions. See, each and every point is a solution to this, right? Each and every point is a solution to both, right? Common solution to both. So infinite number of solutions. So what we call them? Like they'll have infinite number of solutions. What is the condition for infinite number of solutions is, right, A1 by A2 is equal to B1 by B2, also equal to C1 by C2, also equal to C1 by C2. That means the coefficients, the ratio of the coefficients as well as the ratio of constants must be same, right? Ratio of coefficients and ratio of constants must be equal, right? So if that is the satisfied condition, then you will have infinitely many solutions, and the equations are called coincidence or dependent equations, and the graph will be a single straight line or coincident lines, right? So they are collinear. We call them to be collinear along the same line. Okay, children. Right. Now the next kind of the graph that may come depending on the values A1, A2, B1, B2. Right. So these are intersecting lines. Intersecting lines. That means they meet at a particular point, only one single point. And that particular point is the solution for the given equation. That is the pair of equations, because here two equations are there having the same variables. Right. So those two variables should have same values in order to satisfy both the equations. Then only we say that those are solutions. So here you will have only one solution. Therefore, we call it to be unique solution. And what is the kind of the equations pair we call? The pair is an intersecting pair or consistent pair. Consistent means having at least one common point. At least one common point, right? But here there are so many common points. So therefore you can say that these to be consistent and dependent. Consistent and dependent. Here it is consistent and intersecting. Okay? Consistent and intersecting. Why I am stressing on this point is that sometimes objective type questions will be asked, like to confuse you whether the given equation is consistent or not. Like these two conditions we call them to be consistent, but here it is consistent and intersecting, it is consistent and depending, right? So now here the condition, like when you observe the equation, if A1 by A2 is not equal to B1 by B2, and we are not bothered about the constants, right? So when both the coefficients ratios are not equal or not same, then you will get this condition, that is both the lines will be intersecting or consistent, and you will have only unique solution. Right. The third kind of graph will be representing the two equations, that is a pair of equations is two straight line, parallel lines, two parallel lines. So that means they are never intersecting. They are never intersecting. When they don't intersect, that means they don't have common point like as a solution to both the equations. So therefore we call it to be no solution condition. Therefore we call it to be no solution condition. That means parallel or inconsistent. They do not consist the common solution or the common point. So we call it to be inconsistent. And all inconsistent pair of lines are parallel. Right? So now the condition by observing the equations is A1 by A2 must be equal to B1 by B2, but not equal to C1 by C2. But not equal to C1 by C2. That means here what is the difference between these two? Right? The first condition is like for dependent, and the other last one is the inconsistent. Right? That is a parallel. It's like coincident and parallel. In coincident, all the ratios of all the coefficients and the constants, everything is equal. But here ratio of coefficients is equal, but not the constants. Right? So this is what the important point, that the difference you should know. But here, whereas in between intersecting condition, A1 by A2 is not equal to B1 by B2. Right? So this is a kind of revision or the recollection of whatever the things that we need to now use in solving the questions from previous question papers. Okay? So those who want Please pause for a second and then take a screenshot, or you can note it down. And after the graphical method, so from the graph you can find out like what are the points that are coincident or which are like common for both, or whether they have only one solution or many solutions or no solutions, and all that we have seen from the graphs. Now to find the from substitution method, right? That means suppose one variable is to be determined from one equation and substitute that in the second equation. Like see the example, 2x minus y is equal to 3 is one equation, x plus y is equal to 9 is another equation. From first equation you can find out y. What is y is equal to 2x minus 3, right? What is y is equal to 2x minus 3. So from first equation you are finding y, and then you are substituting that in the second equation. You are substituting that in the second equation. X as it is, and in place of y you are writing 2x minus 3. 2x minus 3 is equal to 9 as it is. Now 2x plus x is 3x minus 3 is equal to 9, or further simplification you will get x is equal to 4. Now you will take this x is equal to 4 and substitute in any one of these equations, because they both have some same common solution, right? So therefore by substituting y here you will get by substituting x here you will get y, which is equal to 5. This is substitution method. That means from one equation you are going to find any one of the variables, maybe x or y, and whichever variable you have, like means the whole term you will be changing into single variable by putting that into the second equation, and therefore single variable, single equation you can find out like this and substitute in any of the equations. Clear? Right. Now, so please note it down. So when you are good at polynomials, automatically pair of linear equations is very, very easy to solve. Next one is elimination method. Right? Any one variable has to be eliminated from the given equations. Right? From the given equations. Let us suppose the equations are 3x plus 2y is equal to 11 and 2x plus 3y is equal to 4. So directly if you observe, either by addition or by subtraction, none of the variables are getting cancelled, is it not? Because there is no common coefficient here. So to cancel, we need to make one of the coefficients, coefficient of one of the variables to be common, and we may either add or subtract depending on the sign. Right? So here all are equal signs, therefore we need to subtract. But how to make? Suppose if I want to eliminate x, right? I can multiply this with 2 and I can multiply this with 3. So that 2 into 3 is 6, 2 into 3 is 6. Right? So therefore, let me write it as like this. Equation 1 multiplied by 2. Right? What is that one? 6x, 2 3s are, plus 2 2s are 4y. Is equal to 11s are 22. So complete equation you are multiplying with 2. So 2 3s are 6, 2 2s are 4, 2 11s are 22. Now second equation you are multiplying with 3. Right? Second equation you are multiplying with 3. So 2 3s are 6x, 3 3s are 9y, 4 3s are 12. So you got both equations changing their form, that's all. Right? Now, since all signs are same, to eliminate, I need to subtract this one. So when you are subtracting, change the signs. Right? If you have minus, it will change into plus. If you have plus, it will change into minus. Now plus 6x minus 6x will get cancelled. Plus 4y minus 9y is minus 5y, which is equal to plus 22 minus 12 is equal to plus 10. Or y is equal to minus 10 by 5, which is equal to minus 2. So you got y is equal to minus 2 by eliminating x, by like manipulating the equations, or like what do we say, by bringing the necessary changes in the equations, right? Right, valid changes. That means the change should be same on both sides, LHS and RHS. Okay, right. So we got now y is equal to -2. Now what you have to do? You have to substitute this in any one of these equations and thus find x. So let us suppose that we are substituting in first equation. So therefore substituting in equation 1. In equation 1 we get, right, so 3x plus 2, in place of y it is -2 is equal to 11, or 3x minus 4 is equal to 11, or 3x is equal to 11 plus 4 which is equal to 15, 3x is equal to 15, or x is equal to 15 by 3 which is 5. So we got y to be -2, x is equal to 5. So therefore what is the solution of the given equations? 5 comma -2 is the solution. Right? So x is equal to 5 and y is equal to -2 is the solution to the given pair of linear equations. That is how you have to write. Yeah, please note it down. The second one is called elimination method, right? Or rather we call that to be third one. First one is a graphical method, second is substitution method, and third is elimination method. Now we shall see pair of linear equations in two variables, previous year questions and the most important and expected questions. Yeah, now let us see the worksheet. For what value of m in the following? You have one equation here, mx plus 4y is equal to 10. And the other one is 9x plus 12y is equal to 30. The system of equations will have no solution. So when we say that there is no solution, that means two lines must be parallel. What is the condition for two lines to be parallel? I am doing it here only because direct problem. A1 is equal to A1 by A2 is equal to B1 by B2, but not equal to C1 by C2. Now if you observe, C1 by C2 is 1 by 3, C1 by C2 is equal to 1 by 3. Now A1 by A2, A1 is 3, A2 is 9. A1 by A2 is equal to m by 9, right? And B1 by B2 is equal to, B1 by B2 is equal to 4 by 12, 4 by 12. So therefore from the condition because he is already saying that there is no solution, that means these must be equal, right? So therefore m by 9 is equal to 4 by 12. M by 9 is equal to 4 by 12. 3 3s are 9, 3 4s are 12, 4 4s are, implies m is equal to 1. So like when m is equal to 1, automatically the system of equations will not have any solution. Okay, right. So now but C1 by C2 is 1 by 3. So A1 by A2, that is m by 9. B1 by B2 is 4 by 12. So it is now 4 by 12 is m by 9. 3 3s are, 3 4s are, 4 4 will get cancelled, m is equal to 3. So 1 by 3, 1 by 3 and 1 by 3 we are getting. So therefore maybe there is some difference in the question. Let us make it 90, 40 here. Because if you have again 10 and 30 as C1 and C2, then there are infinitely many solutions, right? So please correct this question, right? C1 by C2, because see, B1 by B2 is 4 by 12 is 1 by 3. C1 by C2 is also 1 by 3 and you are getting A1 by A2 is also equal to 1 by 3. That means it is A1 by A2 equal to B1 by B2 is equal to C1 by C2. That means infinitely many solutions will be there. That means they are coincident lines. But here he is saying will have no solution, right? So therefore this is the condition. Will have no solution means definitely there is some mistake in the problem. Right. Please make the correction. Right. Draw the graph of x plus y is equal to 11 and x minus y is equal to 5. Find the solution for pair of linear equation. Okay. So now you know how to plot the graph. Right. So now you have plotted the graph. Right. Now we will see from the equations whether what kind of graph we will get. So now we will find out a1 by a2, that is equal to 1 by 1. Now b1 by b2 minus 1 by 1. So a1 by a2 is not equal to b1 by b2. That means the two lines will be intersecting lines. So you will be getting a graph like this, and in between whatever the intersecting point is there, x comma y, that is the solution to the problem. That is the solution to the given pair of linear equations. Okay, right. Now for what value of t the following pair of linear equations has no solution. Right. Now this is also has no solution condition he is saying. That means now find out a1 by a2 is equal to, write 2 by 3. Now write the next one, b1 by b2 is equal to minus t by 2. And now c1 by c2 is equal to 5 by 11, no problem because this is a prime number, no point of reducing. So a1 by a2 not equal to c1 by c2, therefore there is no problem in the question. Right. So now we have no solution means a1 by a2 must be equal to b1 by b2. Right. So no solution is given. No solution condition is a1 by a2 is equal to b1 by b2, implies 2 by 3 is equal to minus t by 2. Right. So therefore cross multiplication you will get minus t is equal to 4 by 3 or t is equal to minus 4 by 3 or t is equal to minus 4 by 3. Clear? Right. Now solve the pair of linear equations and by elimination method. So what is the method he is telling? Elimination method. So we need some space for this. So therefore let's do it in the notebook. Right. So therefore now fourth one equation is 2x plus 3y is equal to 8 is equation 1. And the other equation he has given is x plus 2y is equal to 5 is the second equation. Now use elimination method. Right. So when you want to use elimination method, any one of these should be eliminated. So it is easy to eliminate x because here you have 2x. Here you don't have any coefficient. So you can multiply the equation with 2. Right. So therefore let us write it. Solving 1 and 2 into 2. Equation 2 into 2. Right. So you will get it as 2x plus 3y is equal to 8. And the other one is you are multiplying with 2 everywhere. So 2x plus 4y is equal to 10. Now all signs are equal. So subtraction. When you are subtracting, signs will change. So therefore this will get eliminated. Now 3y minus 4y minus y. 8 minus 10 is minus 2 implies y is equal to 2. Y is equal to 2. Substitute this in. Substitute in equation 1 or 2, your wish. Right. So therefore you will get 2 into x plus 3y. 3 into y is 2 is equal to 8. That is 2x is equal to 8 minus 6 or 2x is equal to 8 minus 6 is 2 implies x is equal to 1. So we got the solution to be x is equal to 1 and y is equal to 2. This is elimination method, by elimination method. Yeah, please note it down. Now next problem. Solve the equations graphically. 3x plus 4y is equal to 10 and 4x minus 3y is equal to 5. So you know how to plot the graph. That means you will be finding y is equal to. Let me do it for you. right, 4y is equal to 10 minus 3x, or y is equal to 10 minus 3x by 4. So for every x value, you will find a y value. Right, like how you have done it in polynomials, x is equal to minus 1, minus 2, minus 3, 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, like that. And y is equal to, you will be determining by substituting x value. So you will get for every x value corresponding y value, and you will be writing it in the table. Right, how do you write it in the table? You will write x, right, and the next y is equal to 10 minus 3x by 4, then last column x comma y. So these x comma y points, you will be plotting it in the graph. You will be plotting it in the graph. So you have two equations. So from here also you will be getting y as, right, 4x minus 5 is equal to 3y, or y is equal to 4x minus 5 by 3. So you have got one more y. So with this one equation, so equation 1, if you write, whichever line you will be getting, that line you mention it as 1. And for this equation, whichever line you will get, you mention that as 2. Right? So now here we will see what kind of graph you will be getting. So for that we will check the conditions. Right? Now find out a1 by a2. What is a1 by a2? 3 by 4. Now b1 by b2. What is b1 by b2? 4 by 3 minus 4 by 3. Right, this is 3 by 4, this is minus 4 by 3. A1 by A2 not equal to B1 by B2. Therefore, intersecting lines. And again, you are getting intersecting line. So, the point of intersection where you are getting, see the respective x and y values. Respective x and y values. That gives you the solution to the given equation. Okay? Given pair of linear equations. Clear? So, this is the method to find. Right. Now, whether the following pair of linear equations are parallel, justify. How to find out whether they are parallel or not? The method is the same. First of all, find a1 by a2. What is a1 by a2? 6 by 3. So, that is equal to 3 1s are 3, 3 2s are 6. That is equal to 2 by 1. Now, b1 by b2. b1 by b2 is minus 4 by minus 2. It is again 2 by 1. Right, a1 by a2 is equal to b1 by b2. Now we have to check whether c1 by c2 is also equal to the 2 or not. If they are equal, if all the three are equal, then the lines are coincident lines or dependent lines. That means they are collinear. Along the same line, both will lie. And if c1 by c2 is not equal to 2, then automatically they are parallel lines. Now see c1 by c2. C1 by C2 is equal to 10 by 6. Right? So, therefore, 2 3s are 2 5s are, that is equal to 5 by 3. That means, what is the conclusion you can do? A1 by A2 is equal to B1 by B2, but not equal to C1 by C2. Implies lines are parallel. Lines are parallel. So, this is how you are going to get the pair of lines. Linear equations are parallel. Right? Clear? So, this is how you have to write. So, whenever pair of linear equations are given, right? So, first A1 by A2, B1 by B2, C1 by C2. In different lines, you find all the three. Then afterwards, check with the general condition given. If the condition, whichever condition is satisfied, based on that condition, you can give the conclusion. Right, here also solve the equation by graph method. You know how to solve it. Now y is equal to 2x minus 6, 6 minus 2x, right, 6 minus 2x, right, and here what is y is equal to 2x plus 2 is equal to y, right. So you are taking y on one side and non-y terms onto the other side, then you are getting two equations. Now from these equations, now for x is equal to minus 2, minus 1, 0, like that, put x is equal to different values, find respective y values and tabulate all the values like x, y and x comma y. Y you write the whole equation, 6x minus 6 minus 2x, right? So now these values you plot the graph, right? How the graph will be, that now we will see from this one, right? We will see from this one. Now a1 by a2 is equal to, a1 by a2 is 2 by 2 is equal to 1. Now b1 by b2 is equal to, right? b1 is plus 1, b2 is minus 1. So plus 1 by minus 1, which is minus 1. That means a1 by a2 not equal to b1 by b2. a1 by a2 not equal to b1 b2. Again the graph will be intersecting lines. Are bapre. All the examination questions, intersecting lines only you are getting. Okay. So now like find out from the graph which particular, that means if you drop a line exactly from this point onto the x-axis, that gives you x. And if you draw a line exactly onto the y-axis, that gives you the y. This is the solution. That is the solution. Right. I'll show you an example how it will be. Right. So look into this diagram. Right. So this is one line. Suppose if this is line 1. See how they mentioned the line. 3x minus 2y is equal to 4 is the line. And this is the line which is given by 2x plus y is equal to 5. Now these two are like, so you have a1 by a2 equal to b1 by b2. a1 by a2 not equal to b1 by b2, thus intersecting lines. Now here this is the point where it is intersecting. Exactly draw a line down here. So now if you see, it is 2 on your x-axis. Now it is 1 on y-axis. So 2 comma 1 is the solution. 2 comma 1 is the solution to the given pair of linear equations. This is how you have to do. How you did in polynomials, in a similar manner you have to do it in linear equations. Yeah, please note down. Always remember, like plotting the graph is anyhow compulsory, but verifying whether the kind of the graph you got is same as the kind of equations that are there, that should be done. That verification should be done always. Now the next question, if 2x plus 3y is equal to 8 and 4x plus py is equal to 16 has infinite solutions. Infinite solutions means when is this possible? Coincident lines, right? Coincident lines, or what we call as dependent lines, or what we call is collinear lines, right? So that means what is the condition? The condition is a1 by a2 is equal to b1 by b2 is equal to c1 by c2. Now apply the condition c1 by c2. What is c1 by c2 is equal to 8 by 16, which is 1 by 2. c1 by c2 1 by 2. Now find out a1 by a2. a1 by a2 is 2 by 4. Yes, we got it to be 1 by 2. So now a1 by a2 is equal to 1 by 2 and c1 by c2 is equal to 1 by 2. That means infinite solutions. Perfect. Now equate that to b1 by b2. Right. So therefore what is b1 by b2? 3 by p. b1 by b2. 3 by p is equal to a1 by a2, which is 1 by 2. Cross multiplication, p is equal to 6. p is equal to 6. Do we have that one? So 1 by 2. 3 by p is equal to 1 by 2 and therefore p is equal to 6. But here p is equal to 6 is not available. So definitely there is something wrong in this. So we will change this option. This option is wrong. This is 6. Which has infinite solutions means a1 by a2. Let us check if we did anything mistake. 2 by 4, that is 1 by 2. Now b1 by b2 is 3 by p. 3 by p is equal to 1 by 2. Cross multiplication, 3 2s are 6. Now is there any problem in this? No problem. Why? Because c1 by c2 also you got it to be 8 by 16, that is 1 by 2. So perfectly, problem is correct. Option is wrong. Please make a correction. One of the options you make it as 6 because p value is 6. Then only it is possible. Then only it is possible. Right. So the next one, if x is equal to a and y is, now students, please remember, there is a chance that there can be a mistake in the question paper. But see, don't just sit and then worry that, yeah, what is the mistake, what is the mistake. See, when you identify the mistake, right, you inform it to your examiner that there is a mistake in the question, or else you attempt the question. Don't leave the question just like that. You attempt the question, right, and for attempting you will be getting marks if really there is a mistake in that. If you do not attempt and leave it, you are going to lose. Even though you know the solution, if you don't attempt, then you will lose those marks which everybody will be getting. Okay, so keep that in mind. So it's very common that usually in mathematics there will be some or the other mistakes in the paper, maybe a plus sign, a minus sign, or a constant value, or something like that. So therefore never get panicked by just seeing a mistake. If you find a mistake, just inform your invigilator so that if they get any instruction of change of the question, they will change it, or else you attempt the question, don't leave the question. Alright. So now if x is equal to a and y is equal to b is solution for the pair of linear equations, x minus y is equal to 2 and x plus y is equal to 4, then find the values of a and b. So what is the solution for this? So x is equal to a and y is equal to b is the solution. That means x comma y he is asking us to find, that's all. Is it not? Find the values of a and b means he is asking us to find only x comma y. Right? Our own method. We can adopt our own method. So what is the easiest method here? Elimination method is easiest because you have the coefficients to be same but signs are opposite. Right? So this is 2. By elimination, 2x is equal to, right, 2 plus 4, 6. Right? So x is equal to 3. So you got x is equal to 3. Now when you substitute 3 here, 3 minus y is equal to 2. That means y is equal to 1. 3 minus y is equal to 2 implies 3 minus 2 is equal to y. Y is equal to 1. So x is equal to 3. That means a is equal to 3 and b is equal to 1. That's all. So don't get confused here. He just wanted to confuse you. That's all. That's why he gave a and b is a solution. He's asking x and y is a solution. Find x and y. That's all. But while writing, you have to write as, therefore a is equal to 3 and b is equal to 1. Without writing this, if it is a 2-mark question, you won't be getting marks there. You will be losing 50% of the marks. So remember that one. That is why they will be giving you like this. Right, if 3x plus 4y is equal to 11 is a linear equation, write linear equations in 2 variables such that their geometrical representation form parallel lines and intersecting lines. So what is the condition for parallel lines? See, suppose I want a linear equation whose graph should be a parallel line to this one. Right, that means what is the condition for lines to be parallel? A1 by A2 equal to B1 by B2 but not equal to C2. A1 by A2 is equal to B1 by B2 but not equal to C1 by C2. Right. So therefore now let me choose A1 by A2 and B1 by B2 such that they have the same common ratio. Suppose if I take 6 here, right, the 6x, 8y, right, is equal to, but it should not be equal to C1 by C2. I can take it as 13. Right. So therefore now if you see A1 by A2 is equal to B1 by B2 is equal to not equal to C1 by C2. Right. So this is the one which is for parallel lines. Right. Now then the intersecting line. Intersecting line condition is A1 by A2 not equal to B1 by B2. So you choose any of those things that it should not be equal. So that means if I write 5x plus 6y is equal to some 12, then nowhere it is concerned. A1 by A2 is 3 by 5, B1 by B2 is 2 by 3 and C1 by C2 is 11 by 12. So this is how you have to write. That means keeping the condition in mind, you have to choose the value so that these two conditions are satisfied. This may be asked as 1-mark question or 2 marks question. So you have to write first the condition, right, for parallel lines, and then say that this is how you can choose, and for intersecting lines also write the condition. Right, find the solution of x plus 2y is equal to 10 and 2x plus 4y is equal to 8 graphically. The same thing again. You have to verify first a1 by a2, b1 by b2, and now see, like now a1 by a2 is equal to 1 by 2, b1 by b2 is equal to 2 by 4 is 1 by 2, c1 by c2 is equal to 10 by 8 is 5 by 4. So therefore a1 by a2 equal to b1 by b2 but not equal to c1 by c2. Arre bapre, so many intersecting lines only, always. Right, the value of k for which system of equations kx has no solution. No solution in the sense, right, hold on. Here you got a1 by a2 is equal to b1 by b2. Oh, parallel lines. So first time you got a graph with parallel lines. So therefore you will be getting the graph as parallel lines, because here a1 by a2 is equal to b1 by b2 but not equal to c1 by c2, therefore parallel lines. Okay, right. So now the value of k for which system of equations kx minus y is equal to 2 and 6x minus 2y is equal to 3 has no solution. Again it is no solution means a1 by a2 must be equal to b1 by b2. So given already, so k by 6, right, is equal to minus 1 by minus 2. So that is equal to 1 by 2. Cross multiplication, you can say k is equal to 6 by 2, that is equal to 3. So k is equal to 3. Right. Next. Write the condition for the pair of linear equations in two variables to be parallel lines. That is a1 by a2 equal to b1 by b2 not equal to c1 by c2. Right, now show the following pair of equations are consistent and solve them graphically. Right, consistent means either they may be coincident or they may be intersecting. Now first of all we will see whether the a1 by a2 is equal to 1 by 2. b1 by b2 is equal to 3 by minus 3, that is equal to minus 1. So a1 by a2 not equal to b1 by b2. So they are consistent and intersecting lines. So therefore graph will be like this. Right? Right, so the remaining problems we shall see in the next video. Please note down. See you again.